Hello everyone, I'm back with another video for you today. I have decided not to show a Hitmonkey deck on this first day of the patch, but instead a deck that will answer the Hitmonkey decks. A deck that you can use to completely counter anyone with ideas of bouncing and playing a bunch of stuff at the end of the game, maybe playing a Serra control deck and splurging out units at the end. We're going to stop people from doing that. I'm going to play a Sandman and a Wave on turn 5. There's no way their turn 6 is going to be going as planned. So we've got a very nice Wave She-Hulk deck here for you. It's running a couple of spicy cards as well in there, such as Armor Attuma, as a nice sort of tempo line, which I think is actually quite strong in this style of deck because we want to play Sunspot anyway, so having an armor in there makes sense, makes the Attuma better. You don't have to run Attuma, you can run a different card if you want, a different 4-drop perhaps, a Rescue or a Jessica Jones, or really whatever takes your fancy, should be quite okay. Let's jump into the cards. We've got Sunspot in there, as I said, great when you're playing a Wave on turn 5, you can float the mana, get that Sunspot value, and play that She-Hulk on the final turn along with another card, so Sunspot's really good and powerful in this deck. The armor is there to protect it. It also protects some of those higher power units from Shang-Chi's if you need that. We've got Lizard for good value, good turn 2 play if we miss armor, if we want to just get some solid points instead on turn 2, I really like Lizard. We have Mr. Fantastic as a 3-cost in the deck to synergize quite nicely with Sandman, can spread some strength around and make it tricky for the opponent to overcome your score in any particular location once you've played a Sandman onto the board and they only have sort of one play available to them. Lets you sort of overcome the opponent's Doctor Doom if they have it as well with your own Doctor Doom. We have the Wave, so Wave can sometimes be played on turn 3 to just ramp out into like a Magneto, for example. I've done that before in a deck that I showcased on the channel. It can be solid. And of course, on turn 5, if you've got She-Hulk in hand, allows you to essentially play Wave as a 12-point play, which is really, really solid. We have Maximus. I think Maximus is great in this deck because since we're playing Wave and Sandman, on that turn 5, drawing the opponent a bunch of cards is not even really a downside. They're not going to be able to play all of the stuff that you've given them on that turn 6. So Maximus is just a super good value play to throw out on turn 3 if you don't have Mr. Fantastic. We also have Shang-Chi in the deck, which is a very nice option for turn 6 to go with the She-Hulk after you've waved potentially, and you know there's some locations that of course Shang-Chi likes, such as Monster Island of course. Attuma is really nice here. It's just sort of the most value you can get for 4 energy. When you've got that armor on the board, it just works really, really nicely as a tempo play, getting you ahead in the game for that Sandman or Wave play to then come down and seal the deal for the opponent, you know, lock in their fate and get a retreat or a win from them. We have the Sandman, so this is sort of just a backup win condition instead of the Wave. If you don't draw Wave, if you don't draw She-Hulk, which occasionally will happen, then you have Sandman as an alternative solid option. It's not the most powerful play, but it essentially gets you the same amount of points as Wave. Assuming you have a Sunspot Wave combo, it's 5 points as well, right? But yeah, usually Wave's going to be better unless She-Hulk is not in your hand, in which case Sandman is going to be nice for you. We have Doctor Doom, so this is great at playing with that Wave and Sandman and just filling the board up, kind of cheating, getting around the downside of the Sandman or Wave, allowing you to play in all of the locations. Really, really powerful. We have She-Hulk, of course, and Magneto finally as other 6-drops, and of course the ways that we synergize that Wave being the She-Hulk. And Magneto is just great. I'm able to move 3 and 4 costs around and just disrupt as well sometimes what the opponent wants to do, make a pretty unexpected final turn play with the Magneto. So very nice deck here, I think. Should be perfectly good for climbing and honestly a great counter to a lot of these bouncy Hitmonkey decks that will probably be a thing on this new patch. So hope you guys enjoy the deck. Let's jump into some games. Oh, we're going to be up against Raven here. That's going to be pretty cool. I think it's just the real Raven, maybe. Play Sunspot turn 1. I've got Wave in hand. That's really awesome. Going to be able to combo that with Doctor Doom potentially. And we're in the Sanctum. Probably go the Snap, although you never know what the opponent can have. But Doctor Doom Sanctum is very decent. We've got armor as well, so I'll play that out here. Lets us play Attuma if we draw into it, which is really good. The Attuma, I'm not 100% sure on. That might be correct. It might not be in the deck. I'll just get an easy snap through to start things off. Nice. Definitely there are some locations that are pretty good for this deck. The Raft, not a huge fan. I mean, my cards are all a little high mana cost, so it's not too convenient. Colossus. It's kind of interesting. Could mean a lot of different things, I suppose. I'm going to keep playing in the Raft. I'm not super optimistic that I'll be able to win it, but kind of have to put up a fight there, right? Otherwise... Oh, Green Goblin, interesting. Okay, I mean, This might be a Cerebro deck, I suppose. I'm probably just going to take the Raft here, I think. Giving them cards, going with that wave. Should be okay. They got Warpath. I mean, this is pretty good for them, right? They can quite easily be winning at that location here, I think. I think I'll go wave. I'm not sure about the Odin. I mean, I should technically play it now, right? If I don't want to get caught with my pants down, so... I don't really want to give them an Odin. Maybe I'll play it here, and then we can follow up with Dr. Doom, Magneto. I mean, I kind of like the idea of saving the Odin, but it's always possible they don't actually have a magic, right? Oh, is this just some kind of a bot deck, I suppose? Maybe? I honestly don't know. Kind of looks like it though, right? So I think I'll just go with Magneto now. It should probably be enough to win. I mean, we'll see. They can have a big play, but I feel like... I suppose Destroyer wins, which is kind of scary. Magneto doesn't do a whole lot against Destroyer. I'm not feeling too confident here, but we'll see. I do get to move the Warpath though. Hobgoblin, yeah, that's fine. Cool. Okay, a little bit scary that I thought Destroyer was maybe enough. Probably still was, right? Because you get the Nova buff and everything. But yeah, whatever. Okay, we've got an Asgard game. I like that location. Going to help us draw potentially the Wave or the Sandman. And we're up against Thanos. I wonder if it's a hit monkey Thanos or just... I've seen that already. It seems to be a thing. I am pretty tempted to just dump everything into Asgard here, although it just does feel a bit bad coming up against that Soulstone. I think I definitely want armor here for my Attuma. Questionable whether we want Maximus or not. Maybe I decide that I don't want to play that there and we want it somewhere else. I don't know. Then again, I mean, drawing cards is nice. It would be great for me. I'm going to draw them a lot of cards as well. I think I do want to just go for this line, right? Yes, we have a lot of, you know, they get a lot of Soulstone value. It's a very unfair card. Kind of is what it is, though. I'm hoping that my Attuma will still get me the win in this location. And there's my wave. I could play Sunspot, but I think... Honestly, I'm not even sure I will play wave. It depends what we get from Asgard. It depends, you know, Titan's equally... well, not equally as good, but it's definitely an option. To be fair, wave when we draw the She-Hulk is just very solid, as long as they don't have a She-Hulk themselves. But then again, I mean, Sandman's also just pretty safe. I could just dump the Magneto, power play, try to move that Khazar into the middle, try to take a win there, and then go for like a Dr. Doom finisher or so. I'm not sure I love it. My best play is just this wave She-Hulk sort of line. Interestingly, because of Titan, I believe I can go with the Sunspot as well. Am I wrong about that? If I do this, the She-Hulk will be costing 2 less because of Titan, I believe, so we can actually play the Sunspot here as well, which is pretty cheeky, honestly. Let's go for this line then. Not sure we'll be winning right now. I mean, they had a very decent early start. Ooh. Dino and Shang-Chi as an option is pretty damn exciting. We can still go with that She-Hulk as well, of course. Oh, we could even do Magneto Doom here. The Titan's actually awkward though, right? It means if they have 6s, they can also just drop those freely. I've kind of got to play the Shang, I feel like, here, no? Something like this should be the play. I mean, I don't know if it wins. The nice thing is Dr. Doom doesn't do a whole lot. They're going to go with the Snap here. It's a bit scary, isn't it? They probably do have the double good stuff, right? I'm sort of tempted to play She-Hulk over here. We think they're going to play a big card in the mid. My Shang should take the right a lot of the time, I feel like. And then the Lizard's going to lose 3, so this will be an 11-point play where we're already quite far ahead. Feeling a bit risky, but I'm gonna play it out like this. We'll see if I get punished. Okay, as I thought, they're going to have to play big card on the left. That's good. And we do manage to get the Shang-Chi off. So I think I would have been punished had I gone with the She-Hulk middle there, but nice play. Very good. Let's get into another game here. We've got Armor, we've got Nowhere, which is really good for Maximus if we draw that card. And sort of an okay curve, not the perfect. We don't have the Sunspot. Mr. Fantastic at least. Armor is also great. Not sure if I want to play it in Nowhere. Maybe I do. Probably not. Ooh, double ongoing Mr. Fantastic is solid. I think I'll play Armor in the right. Could also have played Lizard there, but keeps me open to a nice curve out with the Attuma if we draw it. And I can always go Lizard if we don't, so it's okay, I think. Angela coming left. Interesting. I'm hoping they don't have any ongoing value. I don't get a huge amount of value with the ongoing, but better than nothing, right? An extra 4 points, Mr. Fantastic. Definitely better than nothing. It's just an Angela so far, nothing too crazy. And a bishop, maybe a bounce deck, maybe a hit monkey deck. One can dream, I suppose. Where do we want our points here? I think I need Sunspot to go in the right, just in case of bad things happening. Maybe I want to contest the bishop here because, well, it's entirely... I guess they can't pick up the bishop Angela. Contesting this might be incorrect. I'm giving them Magneto here, which is a bit wonky. I think I'll play the... do we want to just... Yeah, we probably want to play Sandman against the bishop, right? It's getting a little bit scary, though. I don't love the white queen. Maybe I can go Magneto middle, in which case maybe Sandman to the left is better. I'm also worried about their own Magneto, right? It can move my Mr. Fantastic. But okay, we counter the Sarah. That's good. Sandman counters Sarah very nicely. And we have Doctor Doom, actually. That's got to be the play, surely. They could go with, of course, a Magneto. Nah, it doesn't really work here. I'm going to snap. That should be a win. Sarah nicely countered by our Sandman. That's part of the plan. Could have maybe done an earlier snap when we see those bounce-ish cards, you know, like the Angela Bishop, but win is a win. Well, so far we've not seen a single hit monkey, which I suppose means the deck is working. I'll probably play my armor in Dark Dimension, I think. Gives us like a surprise Attuma, which is honestly a lot of unsuspected points. Ooh, Attuma is also great in Space Throne, by the way, which we may or may not get to pull off this game with the Atalan being a thing, but we will see. Polaris is not doing a whole lot, thankfully. Attuma is just so good in Space Throne, but it's also great to do like a Magneto there, and I've got the armor on the left, so I think I will just drop Attuma over there. It's a bit hard for the opponent to know what's going on. I think Lizard Maximus mid looks good, and then just Doom or Shang-Chi on the right. Just playing a solid value approach here. Don't have Wave or Sandman this game, so the opponent can get up to any shenanigans that they want to get up to. Okay, so this looks to me like just a good old Shuri deck. Now, fortunately, yeah, I mean, Doom's got to be good enough, surely. We take away their Lizard value. We're already way ahead on the left. I don't see them having both a big card middle and, you know, an 8-point play on the right. I just don't really see that happening, so I'm going to go with the snap. I think we should be winning this, particularly with the... Yeah, they're just going to have to retreat there. Okay. Decent stuff. All right, let's get one last game in, shall we? We've got Sunspot armor. That's really nice. Good way to start things off here. Sandman, if we want to go for that instead of a wave, if we don't draw a wave. Nice backup option. And the opponent's playing Bast, so we might actually have some hit monkey prey to be preying on in this particular game. I like the look of it. I've actually also got the early wave, so this might be a game where we go wave into Magneto, into Sandman, just to make it really awkward for the opponent, so that they can only have sort of one turn where they're able to play a lot of cards. Definitely if they're a bounce deck, we're going to come in and just ruin their day, I think, here. So I'm going to early snap on it, just to try to secure those cubes. Now, Plunder Castle, probably good for me, no? I'm not sure if it works. I think when I wave, I'm not going to be able to play a card there, so that's something to keep in mind. Psylocke being played, interesting. So is this a Mr. Negative deck, I suppose? Probably is, right? I'm pretty sure I do want to curve out the wave here, because I don't have a great turn 3 play. So I think just wave into Orcus Forge. I'm going to go Mr. Fantastic. Okay. Going to wave it up. I'm just assuming the Bast is bounced, but I guess it's probably not in this case, right? I want a Magneto and Plunder Castle, so let's just go Doctor Doom for now, I think. The good old Sandman, I think. The early Sarah's quite scary, but I've got the key. I have the answer to that. So they're going to get some value from it for sure, but not a huge amount, I hope. Go with my Sandman now. And then I'll go probably Magneto, because it's really good onto Mr. Fantastic to disrupt that play. It's going to be a nice couple of points in both other locations as well. Alternatively, we have, you know, like a Attuma mid. That can be a nice idea as well. Maybe just even a Lizard or something to get Sunspot value. It depends what the opponent does here. We can really mess with them a bit with this Sandman play. But Angela is going to be played along with an Iron Man. Okay, that's honestly pretty great for me, I think. Is it? I think if I just play Magneto mid, it should be winning. Alternatively, you know, maybe just the Lizard play is the way, right? I feel like the Lizard play here, the float on the Sunspot could be good. I'm a bit scared there could be something wacky going on, like an Iron Heart or something. But this should just cover all of our bases, right? They have to play a 6 if they want to win over there. I think just Lizard is fine, should be good enough. Yeah, they're gonna have to retreat, of course. Probably wanting to play a couple of units at the end there. Nice Sandman value. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and that this deck serves you well in your fight against the monkeys if you choose to use it. But subscribe as always for more Marvel Snap content, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.